For a woman, what qualities is she going to look for in a man? Is she like, I just need the nicely sculpted man, right? I mean, that might help a little bit, but for the most part, she's looking for decisiveness, resourcefulness, dominance, fearlessness, a guy who dictates reality and does not have reality dictated to him. All right? Sure. She wants that because those are the more important qualities. Qualities are going to be a lot more important than anything else. And this is why, throughout history, we have leaders that, like, how tall was Napoleon? How tall? 5'3", right? He was a little rambunctious little man. Who here's been to Paris? Yeah? You guys see all the N's all over? The N's all over the bridges? Amazing. Amazing city. And look, those qualities that we admire and that women admire in a man have nothing to do with looking in the mirror. All right? Has nothing to do with that. What it has to do with, and even take money. Money is still social conditioning. Because that kind of form of currency, it's still social conditioning. What a woman is responding to on a raw, like primal level. You want to get really beneath the surface. What is she responding to? She's responding to that resourcefulness, that decisiveness. In other words, let's break it down into layman's terms. All right? Layman's terms. If you walk up to a woman and your heart's going, okay, let alone trying to kill an animal, okay, and you're just walking up to a woman and your heart's going like that, right? And you're like, hi. Okay? How much value does that have? That has none. That's called negative value. Okay? What's the word we use for guys that do that? Chode. All right? That's chody behavior. Okay? Chody. And valueless. So, oh man. How about a guy that walks up confident, resourceful looking? He's got that beaming smile on his face. Right? That's the guy that's going to be far more attractive. Okay? Remember that. Caveman didn't have a mirror. You don't need one either. All right? I didn't, I don't even really get myself too concerned about that stuff. What constitutes value for a guy is very different than what constitutes value for a girl. Especially when we're going to talk about money. You want to know why? Take a girl here in Hollywood. Does she need to have sex with a guy in order to use him for all his money? You guys ever heard of an orbiter? Or a male groupie? Or a sponsor? All right? Okay. Male groupie. I mean, out of you guys here who have dated attractive women, how many of you who've dated attractive women, or even a regular, normal, nice girl, found that she had a multitude of men that took care of a lot of different things for her? Yeah, right? She's got the driver man, okay? The guy that takes her out for nice dinners, right? We're friends. He likes to buy me dinner. He likes it, right? Yeah, right. Okay, I'm sure he buys dinner for all his friends and the guys in his life too, okay? But that's called the sponsor, the groupie, the orbiter. Most girls have orbiters. They don't need a guy with money. A lot of girls living in a nice city have parents that take good care of them, don't they? These girls don't need a rich guy. They have jobs. Guess what? Women are allowed to get jobs now. Duh, right? Okay? Something called the World Wars happened, and women became allowed to vote, and were allowed to get jobs. Suddenly being a provider is not all that appealing anymore. A woman doesn't need it. She doesn't need a guy to take care of her. Sure, you've got a subset of women who do, and they respond to that, but most don't. So most of the things that guys are doing, and that you guys might have done in your life, including me, to build value for yourselves, will not work, okay? I did all that. I took that route. When my girlfriend dumped me, I started going to the gym. I bought a house. I owned a house at 21 years old. I got a car, all right? I worked incredibly hard. Got into a great school. I got a $2,000 watch, okay? I had all that stuff. You know what was funny? When I started approaching 5 girls a day, a lot of the time I'd be getting a nice response until I started talking about that stuff, and they would immediately get turned off. But would I believe it? No, I wouldn't believe it, because I'd be like, no, this is impossible. She couldn't be getting turned off. I know that this stuff works. I've worked so hard to get it. It's just something else. Must have been something else that I did wrong. Maybe I wasn't enough of a gentleman or something. That's what I was thinking.